Hello, welcome to Fostering the People podcast, a podcast where we explore how to go after what you want regardless of where you started from. I will be your host, Alana, and I just wanted to start off by sincerely thanking everyone who has been with me and followed me on this journey when it initially started in 2024. And just thank you for your patience because, as you guys know, I initially started this podcast, but took a step back to really hone in on the vision and just set a foundation for success. And so I am just super excited to join you guys again for this project. And if you are new to the podcast, welcome. I chose to do Fostering the People for a few reasons. So, as I said earlier, the purpose of the podcast is to empower people to go after what they want, regardless of where they started. I myself am a former foster youth, and after aging out of care, I found it immensely hard to really understand what to do with my life and what steps to take to get there. I was not very trusting of people, and it was an uphill battle to really understand how to navigate the world as it was. Luckily, through mentorship and really just being open to meeting new people, I was able to break down the walls that I had built up given the situation that I had came from. And I find often that a lot of people do that. In addition to that, I truly believe that, at least in America, that we are taught to work and then we are taught to live for the people around us. But when do we live for ourselves? When do we say, this is what I want to do because this is what I feel is calling me? I myself was laid off in last year in October, and I struggled a lot in my own self-worth, thinking that I wasn't worthy of anything because I no longer had a title or a company backing my name. Even though I have accomplished so much, it was so hard for me to even get out of bed after being laid off because I'm like, what is there to live for? And it didn't help that prior to that, I spent all of my time for the company that I was working for. And so to be laid off felt like I just felt defeated. And so slowly but surely, luckily, I changed that mindset and I realized that I am more than just a title. I am more than just the company that I worked for. And my life doesn't revolve around a company. It shouldn't revolve around anything but the things that I choose to prioritize in my life. Now, I'm not saying that relationships and family is not important. All I'm saying is when everything is gone, what can you say you've done? And when I no longer had a job, when I was going through trial and tribulations, I realized I was living for everyone but myself. And I needed I had to nip that shit in the bud for real. So the purpose of this podcast is really to encourage others to go after more, no matter the foundation, but also to live intentionally for their purpose in whatever they want to prioritize in their life. So each season of Fostering the People will focus on a specific topic. And throughout the season, we will have different guests and we will talk about relationships and education and really just anything as it relates to encouraging and empowering people to go after the goals that they have for themselves and achieve more. In addition to that, I will also be touching on points as it relates to the foster care system because I genuinely believe it is important. And I think there's a lot of just misconceptions around foster care in America, but also throughout the world. And so my hope is to shed light on that. So that is a wrap on the pilot episode. Again, my name is Alana. I am so excited to start this journey with you guys again. Please make sure you follow me on any podcast platform you like to listen to, and definitely like and subscribe. I have an Instagram, and my hope is that in the future I will have a website where people can come and find resources for just various things, but also ask me questions. And I would love to hear more about your stories and really just any questions you have. So, again, thank you, and I'll see you next Monday.